By Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will represent the Union budget tomorrow, but today she will be presenting the economic survey. An economic survey is conducted to review the financial developments of the country in the last fiscal year. It also plays a key role in analyzing different trends in various sectors of the economy like agriculture, industrial production, export, import, infrastructure, among other things. Now, the survey has two parts, one that talks about the economic challenges that India faces and another part that deals with the analysis of the previous year as well. And in fact, to take this conversation forward, joining us at this point of time is Mr. Akash Jindal, senior economist. So thank you so much for taking out time and speaking to us on NewsX. Of course, ahead of the announcement of the union budget, there's of course the economic survey that's in the picture, and all eyes are on it because it sort of gives us an understanding on where exactly the union budget is going to be heading. What should one expect tomorrow? If you could take our viewers through your analysis, where do you feel there's going to be strong emphasis?
Very rightly said. Economic survey would tell us where we are standing, where are the economies, and the last year, what has been the state of the economy, what has been the performance of the economy, and what are the positives and what are the negatives of the economy. So economic survey would tell us in simple terms that this is where we are and this is what our target is. And finance bill or budget would tell us how we achieve that target. So I think economic survey is very important for us. I expect many things in this economic survey. Firstly, I think the tone of the economic survey would be that yes, the government is in a position to give something to people, to give something to the people of this country in this budget, because I expect too many things in this budget. Firstly, because now, as far as our government is concerned, our country is concerned, RBI has given a whopping dividend, 2.1 lakh crore. So that means the government is in a position which is better than last year or last year budget. Plus, the tax collection also has been very good. GST collection, let me tell you, now if you talk about the month of April 2024, GST collection gross has been 2.1 lakh crore. That's a whopping phenomenal figure. Now, income tax collection also has been good. So what it tells is that deficit is not that big a problem. Since deficit is not that big a problem, government is having funds, so it means that government can give lots and lots of things to people. Now, GDP growth, global agencies are predicting 7 to 7.25%. The prediction of my organization, akashindal.in, is the GDP growth is expected to be 7.5%. And economic survey would also tell us what the government thinks about GDP growth, what the government thinks about inflation. I think inflation, if you talk about last 3 months, the inflation, except for the past month, the inflation has been under control. Our inflation has been less than 5%, between 4.75 and 4.9%. But the last month, if you talk about, inflation has been a bit high. CPI inflation has been 5.08%, and WPI inflation has been 3.36%. Now, also, if you talk about the month we are in, I think the inflation data would be a bit harsh because we have seen so many floods, so many rains, so which have damaged the crops. Plus, there have been roadblocks also. So I think economic survey would tell us that the position of Indian economy, that's what I can predict, is much better than rest of the world. Rest of the world, if we tell you, is going to a slowdown, whereas India is clearly going as the fastest growing economy in the world amongst major economies. All the four bigger economies than us, America, China, Germany, Japan, are much behind us. So India clearly is on the path of becoming the third biggest economy in the next 3 to 4 years. And as far as fourth biggest economy is concerned, because Japan and Germany both are not in a good position, I think fourth biggest economy tag will achieve in 1 to 2 years itself. Plus, if you talk about GST collection also, this year, the prediction of my organization, akashindal.in, is the sort of buying and consumption we are having in Diwali month. Again, we are going to cross 2 lakh crore. That's the prediction of my organization, akashindal.in, saying the sort of buying and consumption India is having. Not only that, by 2035, India is expected to be a $10 trillion US economy. So definitely, economic survey, what I think is going to tell us that India is performing very well. much better than rest of the world. See, when you talk about the biggest economy in the world,
Absolutely. So I want to understand from you, of course, you made it, you very rightly pointed out the fact that India is the fastest growing economy, and that's how the world sees us today. Now, the point is, what we're looking for essentially is a very audacious budget. And I'll tell you what I mean when I say that. We are the fastest growing economy, but we want to now become the net providers in an array of sectors, whether that's 6G, whether that's batteries, that's solar power, that's, of course, all these different things. In fact, drones also, robotics, so much there in the picture. Now, I want to understand from you, how do you then see all of this coming into the picture? The fact that India now has a bigger vision and we want to essentially become a country where we are the net providers. What is it then going to take to sort of reach that stage?
Talk about energy. I think energy, as far as India is concerned, yes, solar power is one thing we are targeting. Not only that, nuclear power also. Our country is targeting nuclear power also. Not yes, as far as petrol and diesel are concerned, we are spending a lot of forex on petrol and diesel. So I think now the target is to concentrate on electric vehicles and solar energy. Solar energy, let me tell you, production in our country is not that big an issue, but the issue is storage. And I think the government is working seriously towards the storage of solar energy. That's a vital area where our government is trying, where the government is definitely acting. Electric vehicle also, I think there's going to be a lot of focus, and I expect a huge allocation on electric vehicles also this budget, because electric vehicles, what it means is if we concentrate on electric vehicles and solar energy, firstly, we'll be saving on a precious foreign exchange as far as crude is concerned, because see, we are spending a lot of forex on crude oil, plus we'll be saved of the global volatility. See, anything drastic happening in the world, crude increases and that impacts us. So I think that will be saved from that also. So I think these are the two things which we are going to benefit if we concentrate on EVs also. So that is how I think economic survey and budget both are going to be positive direction, much positive direction.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.